Hail, Reckoners, and welcome back. Today's indie game is LadyBug. Kill them all. So in this game, you play as a ladybug mutant person thing. You're a lab experiment. The only buttons are arrow keys, X to jump, and C to crouch. When you crouch, you cling to surfaces. I basically spend most of the game running around with C permanently held down. Also, for some reason, when you're crouched and you jump higher. I've left in my deaths in this playthrough. This is a post-commentary, by the way, so it wasn't clear. I've left in my deaths in this playthrough because this is my second playthrough, so it's still pretty dang quick. I'm definitely, in this case, glad I played through this game once entirely beforehand, because a couple of these levels take a lot of figuring out. For example, I was not holding down the crouch wall cling button most of the first time I was playing through, and that and definitely helps to do that, I think. So the trick you'll notice here is I wait for that exclamation mark to go away, because when the exclamation mark is up, the reaction time is much higher. Yeah, that hallway took me a long time to figure out. Yeah, so this is a fun game. I definitely have a particular sweet tooth for these like side-scrolling, very fast-paced games. They're an action game, but they're also a puzzle game because you have to try different orders of operations essentially to get it to work out in the end. And I think that really appeals to me. It also can be very frustrating because it's repetitive, which I don't particularly love. But I think because of how speedy games like this are, I generally really like it. And this game feels really good. I mean, occasionally there'll be some wall clinging shenanigans like that, or I'll jump too high or something, and that really sucks. But for the most part, it's very responsive, and you just feel really cool when something like that goes off pretty dang smoothly. And so here we walk off the edge, kill these two guys, crouch, jump up, avoiding the bug zappers, drop back again, repeat. Now, I'm going in a weird order. Like, you'll see me go in a weird order several times, so this room's a very good example, because I go for the trickier guys first, because that, reduces repetition. If I do the easy guys first and then die on the hard guys, that means I have to kill the easy guys that much more. This is gonna be embarrassing. I definitely screw this part up way more times than I really should. For this part's kind of tricky, because you have to time those jumps pretty accurately. And I get so close here, like, I should make it on this one. Like I said, there's a head right there. The guy just walking overhead, doesn't even notice. That's gross. Yeah, the scientists track pretty well. This game, one thing I like about the, I guess, story here, is you kind of just piecing it together. I mean, there's not a lot of details to go on. You just kind of know that you're escaping from a lab, so it kind of reminds me of that line from Portal 2 where Cave Johnson references fighting mantis men. It just seems kind of similar. Like, I can see this as being you playing through killing all the mantis people, or killing all the scientists who made you, rather. Yeah, you can picture me there swearing vehemently. Because when I was recording this, I initially planned on just doing a highlight run, but when I looked at the footage, the entire second run start to finish, deaths and all, is only it's still less than 8 minutes, so I figured I might as well include it all, so you can see a little bit of what to not do. Mainly, here I'm getting a little frustrated, so you'll see me several times coming up, jump just from the get-go and just kind of die. Because I jump in front of the guy and don't wait for him to turn around because I'm getting impatient and hasty. You do have to kill everybody before the final door opens up, with one exception. In the final room, for some reason, you can leave one guy alive and the door will still open. That's actually kind of what inspired me, or what made me play through a second time, was the first time I beat the game, I killed the second to last guy in the final room, and I heard the ding of the door open up, and I went through the door. Because I'd spent quite like 15 minutes trying to beat that final room, and I didn't want to risk dying to the last guy, and so I went through, and then it's like, I wonder if it's different. if you do kill this guy. So here's the trick here. On this part, you have to jump, you have to fall against the walls, because when you come out that close against the wall, they can't track you quite quick enough. Like if you do a perfect arc jump from ledge to ledge and don't hit the wall, they will kill you. So here the key thing is this took me a while to figure out, the scientists stop moving when they spot you briefly, so you have to use that to try and get them to change their sinking patterns. So to do it here, nope, don't do it here. This is the final level, by the way, and it is, yeah, this is by far the hardest, but this game does a very good job of scaling. Like, I think it's a very smooth progression on difficulty. And I mean, there's not a ton of new concepts, but it does, like, I mean, like they're, like, trying to dash. When you hit C to cling to a wall, you kind of magnet to the wall, so you kind of get sucked into that little crevasse easier, which makes that jump a little more manageable. So introducing slightly trickier things like that is nice. I don't know, on the whole this game is very good. I'd love to see more. That little bit we see in the opening sequence, like the little art kind of thing of the eye opening and the comic book like crash sound effects, and then the way each level starts with a kill them all. It's very stylized, and I really, really like it. I don't know quite what it is that appeals to me about it. Maybe it's just how much it is kind of like a comic book or whatnot. That was cool. I don't know how I did that so well. This part's funny. The guy just turns around, doesn't really even care that is a guy who's right there. So here we wait for the exclamation mark to go away to time it right. And the final room of the final level. Do I do it in this run? I don't think. Nope. I reach out and grope a bug zapper to death. Such is life. So there you can see I kind of just suck into the hole. Also, you'll notice there, guards can shoot each other. It's not something I tried. It's not something I can consistently manage to get them to do, but it's really awesome when you taunt them into shooting their buddies. There was one time where I jumped in between two and then back up, and they both shot each other in the first playthrough, which was pretty cool. And I haven't timed how much time you have before they react, but it's not a lot. But it is a significant difference between exclamation mark and no exclamation mark. So here, this is far enough where I don't think he can track me on the roof. I'm waiting for that second guy to turn around and we kill him. And you hear the ding for the door. The door is open, but I'm going to kill this guy. For 100%. The door dings again, don't know why. Ending's the same either way. It's just, game over. Yeah, so good soundtrack, good fast-paced action, good sense of story. This is LadyBug. Definitely check it out. I will definitely be following this developer a little more closely, to see what other stuff he has in mind, because this was just a delightful treat, a very good blend of not a big time commitment, while still being challenging, but not to the point where I'm, tearing my hair out. So yeah, well done. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Signature catchphrase.